Salutations fam, this is Dark Slayer from How Tessia Gaming, and wanted to make like a quick video. Haven't made any Master Duel content in a bit. So basically, what I wanted to do was I wanted to kind of make a video, kind of going over like one of my replays, and kind of just like talking about like the thought process behind like the individual plays and things like that. That's something that is usually, I find that those type of videos are usually like very, very helpful to like understand like game states at a higher level and things like that. So I kind of wanted to like make one of those for this one match I had during my last minute climb to Plat 1 because I haven't been playing Master Duel. But yeah. So basically I'm playing Blue Eyes because man, people on the ladder are just playing like the most random decks, and it's like basically I wanted to play like a trap deck because those usually have like just the best overall matchup spread. But I didn't want to play Eldritch because like everyone is playing like anti-Eldritch cards. So I was like, okay, well, what's the another trap deck that's good? And I was like, okay, let's play Dragon Eldritch, aka Blue Eyes. So yeah, so this unfortunately like isn't one of the better starters. Sage is probably like the worst starter. Because he doesn't actually put a Blue Eyes on board, but he does get you the starter that gets you that next turn. So it's like, you know, he's okay. And like if you already have an effect monster, he can put a Blue Eyes on board, but we want to save our interruption just in case our opponent is on some like crazy combo deck. But yeah, they're gonna go ahead and set, and then they're going to actually summon Meloseek because it turns out we're playing against Altergeists. So just a little thing I want to call out real quick. Yeah, don't set your back row before you go into the battle phase because, like, let's say this was something that could have like added the back row in the battle phase, right? Like, let's say I had something that was like, okay, when your monster is destroyed, blow up back row, aka what's the card? Malevolent Catastrophe. Basically, it's like it's not something that comes up very often, but if you can play around something and there's no downside to playing around it, why not play around it? You know. So you actually, so interesting thing here is why did I do that? So if you'll notice here, you'll notice it says inflicts battle damage. By turning it to 0, it doesn't inflict battle damage, so it doesn't get to send a card on my field to grave. They're still going to be able to link it off into the Artemis and get the search, except they're not going to get the search because I'm going to ash that, because typically people are making this play in Altergeist, it's because they don't have access to Multifaker. And I'm going to try to keep them off of Multifaker, because if they don't have Multifaker, then, well, their deck is significantly worse. Now, something I want to call out here, this is an interesting choice as far as like a Link 1. Personally, I don't like it because, like, you'll notice that this has an upward pointing arrow, and all of the Altergeist Link monsters require Altergeist monsters. And because this arrow is pointing upwards, they are actually locked out of their extra deck right now. I do understand that this is Master Duel, so not everybody has every single card, but that's just something to keep in mind here. This does kind of mesh a little bit better with Secret Village with Spellcasters, though, so maybe that's why they're playing this one, but Link Karibo is typically better in this scenario. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and ash that. It wouldn't have been that big a deal if I didn't have the ash. But, like, when it comes to, like, making plays, you want to consider not just what happens if it does go through, but how bad of a position you'll be in if it doesn't go through. And because this position, their play didn't go through, they're kind of just locked out of the game unless they, like, hard draw Multifaker. And, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and normal this. They're going to activate this and target the Meloseek, and I'm going to go ahead and chain Maxi so I can get that draw, because it's probably going to be my one chance to use it. If I'm keeping them off the Multifaker, they're not really going to do much. I'm going to do that, and they're actually going to try and negate the attack, probably forgetting that they're under Maxi, because, you know, it is my turn. And I'm going to go ahead and tribute that, special that, and basically flip this up so that it's already active, just in case they have something else, and we just want to have it active. We're going to go ahead and Sage effect in hand. This is one of the reasons why Sage is still good, because you can use that in hand effect to get a Blue Eyes. But we're going to go ahead and get access to our Blue Eyes, which turns on our counter trap. And then in the end phase, we're going to do that. It's going to get Solemn Warning because I understandably don't want to deal with 2 Blue Eyes. That might be a bit much. But yeah, we have the 1 Blue Eyes. Now, you know, they fall up on their turn. They're not really going to do that much. They're going to normal this to try and get access to probably Protocol, but I'm going to go ahead and flip up Skill Drain, and that's probably the point where the game just kind of fades away. They can't really do much from there. If they draw Protocol, they can, you know, get used to it that way, but we're not going to use anything here. And again, this is where playing this over the Link Karibo is coming up because they can't go into their extra deck to link off into Hexia because this has an upward pointing arrow, and unless I get rid of this, they can't do anything. And all the Altergeist links, you know, require Altergeist monsters. So I'm going to draw Ecclesia, and I'm going to use the effect to special summon, not to get the, you know, the search because the skill drain's up, but I'm actually going to tribute summon the Nibiru so I can have another beater on the board. And then I'm going to True Light bring back the Blue Eyes. And we're going to start picking apart the board. We're going to hit into the Conquery and the Marionetter. And again, we're going to leave this here because while this is here, they're locked out of the extra deck. There's no reason to get rid of this. And we're going to leave this here because, you know, it searches, and I don't really get much value from killing it. So they realize that they're going to switch this to attack and crash in order to get a search, you know, of something. They're going to end up searching the Conquery, I think. Yeah, so they can, like, stop the attacks that don't die. But in that attack, they actually have 2,100 life points, so attacking this will actually end the game here now. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, draw for turn. No need for me to do anything else. I'm just going to go right into the battle phase and swing. Now, as soon as the thing is, it doesn't show it in the replay, but they actually didn't scoop until I declared an attack with the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Because at that point, they probably realized that they can't target the Blue Eyes White Dragon because of True Light. So, yeah, that's going to be that one. Let's go ahead and look at their deck profile so you can see. Yeah, they're not actually playing Link Karibo. They're playing the Artemises and da-da-da. They're also not actually playing Secret Village and Spirit Castle, so that's something I find kind of weird. It's probably just they had this. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, because this is an SR and Link Karibo is a UR, so that's fair. But, yeah, that's pretty much the end of that. Man, look at all these. Look at this. I'm kind of big jelly right now. I'm big jelly. But, yeah, that's going to kind of cover that. I'll kind of go over my list real quick. Click, click, click. I have a bunch of different decks. Here we go. So I played actually a lot of different things changed over the climb. So you'll notice I'm not playing hand traps in this version. I was playing them earlier. So one of the things that kept happening with me, at least, that kind of like drove me crazy was like how often people had the outs for their hand traps. So I eventually just decided, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna cut the hand traps altogether and just play like trap cards, because you know you can't called by Solemn Strike. You can't really negate counter traps. So I decided to just kind of take this kind of approach. And yeah, basically the idea behind the Dogmatica engine is just because a lot of stuff I would play in this deck is just super high rarity. Like, for example, look at this. Dragon Ravine is an ultra rare, and what's the other one? This card is an ultra rare, and yeah, I forgot that I got one of these, so I probably will. Hold up. Do that real quick. Or maybe we just cut, I'm not sure what. But yeah, the idea is that like you want to summon the Blue Eyes and just sit behind the Blue Eyes, and if you can get this in rotation too, it's like really, really good because you just kind of keep floating between Blue Eyes and this. And then like True Light keeps specialing it, and then True Light makes so they can't target it. So some cards, I want to talk about the cards I'm not playing. So I was originally playing this, but I cut it because I kept drawing this and not being able to summon a Blue Eye, so I just like, it wasn't doing anything. Yeah. So I cut this. I'm playing Skill Drain, I'm playing Gozen because, and the Dogmatica engine actually does synergize with the Gozen because, you know, they're all lights. Maximus, I have 4 punishment targets. I have Wind Pegasus, Neo Blue Eyes, and Punishment. So this one is an interesting one because basically what this does is while this is in the grave, you can banish it if they target a Blue Eyes monster to negate and destroy it. So you have just that extra protection for your Blue Eyes monsters. And it's Blue Eyes monster and not just specifically Blue Eyes White Dragon, so that's pretty cool. This is probably my favorite counter trap to play in Blue Eyes decks because it's just an Omni Negate if you have Blue Eyes White Dragon. But also, if they pop it, you get to special summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from the extra deck. So one of the silly things that you can do is if you have 2 copies of the counter trap, you can just set. And also, like, it's not once per turn. So, like, you can actually just set all 3 and then, like, if you get a Blue Eyes, all 3 alive. But, you can set like 2 of these, and if they pop one, then it'll special the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon to the board, and then that will make the other copy of the counter trap live. And that's the thing that's pretty cool. Punishment is just a really good trap card. You have a couple of different punishment targets. Extra, because we're not really, most of our boss monsters are in the main deck. We go in there sometimes, but not like, the deck's not built around going into the extra deck. The deck is built around beatdown with floodgates, basically. And then the one hand trap we're playing is Maxi because it's probably the least likely card to be dead in matchups, and just in general, I wanted to play cards that were just not likely to be dead. Because the problem that I was running into earlier was I just kept running into matchups where it's just like, oh, well, I guess all these cards are dead now, right? So I wanted to just have as many cards as possible that just weren't dead. I will say that, like, Strike is kind of hit or miss sometimes. Like, it's the best counter trap, but it's just like, but there's so many people on the ladder that are just playing like random stuff, and it's just ugh. But this is basically how you don't auto lose the combo decks going second. So it's like hopefully you see Maxi, but like, so like I think I resolved Maxi in the entire like last day that I've been playing. I think I've resolved Maxi against a combo deck once. Most of the time it's either A, I don't see it against the combo deck, or B, they have the called by, and it's just ugh. I hate this game. Yeah, this card's, free special sometimes. Extra negate. Maximus is very, very strong when you have 4 punishment targets that you are able to send. Goes in, skill drain. I might cut down on the floodgates, honestly, because a problem that I was kind of running into sometimes was that I would run into, like, Eldritch. And, like, you do okay against Eldritch because you're just bigger than them a lot of times and you just kind of float. But, like, I don't like having like cards that don't do anything in my deck when I'm playing a matchup, and it's like these, while they are good against like everything else, if you're playing against Eldritch, these don't do anything. Not so much this. Well, not so much this, because this does actually turn off that big fusion guy that like basically was the reason I stopped playing Eldritch, because one of the games, what ended up happening was like there were 2 separate games where I was playing Eldritch and I was playing the Mirror, where I banished all 3 of their Golden Lords and still lost the game just because they summoned the fusion, and I couldn't out the fusion. I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. I need something that's not just, like, I need a trap deck so I have, like, a good matchup spread, but I don't want to play Eldritch because everyone is, like, building the hard counter Eldritch, and this was, like, the idea I came up with. Just play Blue Eyes, play the trap version. Yeah, skill drain goes a match. Nice to be able to play under those and just play Unga Bunga Beatdown. Just keep summoning Blue Eyes. I probably would play more copies of this, but I only have 1. Because you can like make this and then like keep specialing the Blue Eyes and whatnot. I might actually play 3 Blue Eyes in this version, because if you draw it and you have this, you can just kind of special it. Ideally, you would play 3 copies of this, because this is just special the Blue Eyes from hand or deck for free. It's pretty good. I do still like this, because this can either send your Stone, or if you already have a Blue Eyes, you can send this. Dragon Ravine for the same concept. But yeah, I probably wouldn't play like the Dogmatic engine. I'd probably literally just play Punishment. But it's just like, I don't have a lot of the engine pieces that I would be playing for this. But, yeah, extra deck is just punishment targets. Punishment targets, this is for the counter trap. This is in case I end up with 2 Blue Eyes. I can just make this and then just bring back the Blue Eyes with True Light. A Dry Spirit Dragon, because, you are playing tuners. Doesn't happen very often, but it does come up sometimes. Link Karibo, because you want to be able to link off your stones, get a Blue Eyes. Almirage, because I only have 1 Link Karibo. Sometimes this actually did come up one game where I like normal this, linked it off for Almirage, and then special to Ecclesia, and then like search punishment. And I was like, you know what, that actually wasn't that bad. BLS, because this card is insane. Like, I honestly don't know. I feel like this is one of those cards that got overlooked simply because it was so expensive and it wasn't accessible. Because this card is just so insane. It's just like, I think that to this day, I have only lost one game where I've actually summoned this card. You know, it's like, it's just, a lot of times you put him on the board, your opponent just can't out it. It's just, it's so strong. And then you like get it to like 4,500, and it's just like, so many decks are just like, yeah, I can't deal with this anymore. Because it can be targeted or destroyed by card effects if you make it with a level 7 or higher and you play 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So it's not that crazy. And then Underworld Goddess, because sometimes your opponent just has the monster that you just cannot out. If your opponent's playing Crooked Cook, you want to have this in your extra deck so you can link it off so you don't auto lose randomly. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, an extra because, I mean, I'm trying to draw 2 cards. Pot of Greed's good. Like, my extra deck is, like, I have cards in my extra deck, but it's like, the important stuff I'm playing multiples of, so it's not likely I'm going to banish, like, all my synchros or, like, all of my fusions. Although, like, this is, like, the only one, but it's, like, you don't really care if you, like, banish this, and at the end of the day, you still just have these. You have 4 punishment targets, 4 synchros, 3, like, link Karibos, quote-unquote, and then, like, you have your boss monster that you only have 1 of anyway, so, like, if you banish them, it's unfortunate, but it's just, it is what it is. But yeah, I think I've talked about everything. Oh yeah, and disqualified because it's like, it's so good. It stops the hand traps. Stops the hand traps and it banishes Golden Lord. The card's really, really good. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. Talked about everything. This is the deck that I, Plat won with. I played a bunch of different decks actually. Did I delete it? I can't remember if I deleted it. Wait, what did I do? Actually, I added the Fusion Deployment. I wasn't playing the Fusion Deployment because I forgot I had it. I wasn't playing the Fusion Deployment because I did forget I had it. But, this is a deck I was playing for a while, too, because I was just like, I'm done. Because I got so salty because everyone was just drawing, like, board break. I was just like, forget it, I'm going second. I'm playing Numeron OTK. And, like, it actually did do pretty well. It's just, like, I got bored of it, and I was like, I don't like this deck. Because, like, I think I, like, won... No, let me tell you what happened. Because originally, right? Let me tell you what happened. Originally, I was playing Extravagance in the deck, right? I wasn't playing Desires, I was playing Extravagance. And as you can see, I'm playing 3 copies of all of the gates. I'm playing 3 copies of all of them, right? And then 3 different cards to go into after I've used all the gates, right? First game I played with Extravagance, I banished all 3 copies of one of my gates, and I can't OTK my opponent. I was super salty. I was like, bro, are you kidding me? And after that, and then I think I, like, lost to Burn or something, and it's just like, I was like, I'm not having it anymore. Like, this is just, like, me slowly, like, the deck profiles are just, like, the progression of me just, like, slowly losing sanity as, like, the night went on. And obviously, like, this is like the end result of it, because I think this is the deck I was playing. I think this might be the deck I started with. Is this the one? No. This is the deck, but it, like, changed a bit because I was playing, like, Starlight Road. Because I wasn't playing these, and you'll notice I'm playing this. Read that first effect. Remember what I said about people playing Burn? Like, bro, the night was just, like, progressively just getting saltier and saltier and just changing my build entirely. Because originally I was playing, like, 2 Starlight Road and a Stardust Dragon here. I wasn't playing these because I kind of forgot I had them. And then, like, eventually this made its way into the deck. Like, the deck list changed, and, like, I eventually, like, got tired of this. I think I started playing, like, Numeron Eldritch for a while. Right? Because I was like, okay, I want to be able to, like... I didn't like that my games were, like, taking so long, so I was like, I want the OTK element, but I kept, like, breaking on this card specifically and not seeing, like, one of these 6 starters, and I was like, I can't. And then I just was like, you know what, forget it, I'm gonna just play Numeron OTK, and it's just like, and then I think I went back to Eldritch, and then I lost 2 control mirrors in a row where I banished all 3 Golden Lords, and I was just like, I can't deal with this anymore. And that's why, like, the last deck profile is just called I'm Tired. Like, hold up. like as you'll notice, like, I didn't even bother to, like, finish, like, putting the accessories on and everything. And this is not actually a deck I played. It's just, like, a work in progress for something I kind of, like, experimenting with right now. I'm trying to, like, build, like, a rank 8 deck. This is, like, just a concept I threw together because that's what I'm gonna try to build this week. You'll notice if you've been following the last couple of weeks, the channel, you'll notice like I've been trying to top with like a different Blue Eyes build every week. This is one I want to try and tackle like this week. I want to try like the rank 8 build because I haven't messed with that one in a while. I want to try the Chaos Max OTK build because I haven't messed with that one in a while. It's in here, I think, as well. Yeah, it's right here. Oh wait, no. This isn't. Oh, did I delete it? I think I deleted it. Oh no, I did. I deleted it. But it's basically like, you know, Chaos Max deck as well. Oh my gosh, I've been rambling for like 20 minutes. But as you can see, what does that say? I'm tired. I don't want to play Master Duel anymore. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break. Season's about to end. We got our gems. We got our Plat 1. We're done. Anyway, yeah, let me know if you guys like these like replay commentary videos, or if you want to see like more of those. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. This has been Dark Slayer Arim from Haltesia Gaming. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Also, like, Konami, give us some new guys, because I think I only have like, I think the only ones that I have are like Construct. Let me see. It's like Monster. I think, yeah, it's literally just these three. It's like Blue Eyes, Construct, and this. And it's like I don't want to use Alternative because this is the default one everyone's using. And then I don't want to use Construct because I'm not playing. I mean, I kind of do want to use Construct. I like Construct a lot because Should All Blue Eyes was one of my favorite decks back in the day. And like Construct's a level 8. I might change it. I think I'm gonna change the Construct because it's been a Golden Lore for a minute. It's been Golden Lore for a minute. But yeah, just give us more. Just give us more stuff. It's like I finished this like 2 days in, and it's just like, man, are we gonna get new stuff? But anyway, like now I'm turning into the old black parent at the cookout where it's just like we were supposed to leave and then we started talking. But yeah. Anyway, this has been Dark Slayer Arim from Haltesia Gaming. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.